It has really not been a good 2022 for a whole lot of people. I mean, the Conservative Party, to be honest, in general, Boris Johnson, Liz Truss, certainly Donald Trump, as we are seeing now with his tax returns and other stuff that he's potentially been entangled into. Russia, of course, certainly has not had a good 2022. Vladimir Putin certainly is not going to have a good 2022, let alone a good 2023 by the looks of it. And there are numerous people, of course, out there who, well, it's just, they've not had a good one, really. And Rishi Sunak, of course, is yet another guy who's not only going to have a bad 2022, but he's certainly going to have a very bad 2023 because how on earth he uncrashes the Conservative car crash that he took over is certainly anyone's guess. But one thing that we've touched upon here and there throughout the year of 2022 is, of course, cryptocurrencies and, of course, NFTs. And I am not a fan, to be honest, of either, because remember, Bitcoin is meant to be a currency. And what do you do with the currency? You're meant to spend it. You are meant to use it as a source so you can sort of, as these crypto bros like to proclaim that one day this will replace money, that this is the future of finance. But instead, all they seem to be doing is really just hoarding this quote spendable currency that they claim. And of course, one other thing that has certainly popped up in a big way this year and then came crashing down massively by the looks of it seems to be NFTs, because we are now having companies pop up who are trying to help clients who bought NFTs for sometimes thousands of dollars, basically now try and deal with the fact that this asset that they now have is, as we'll hear, totally worthless. So, as always, before we do head into our final video of 2022, please do remember to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And of course, down below, there are links to my Patreon page and a rotation link called Buy Me Coffee, where you can buy me coffee. And as always, thank you very much to all those people who do help and support the channel. And like I say, down below, there is the Patreon page, the one-off donation link called Buy Me Coffee, the thank you button, the Pony Club. And like I say, thank you everyone who has supported the channel throughout the year. Even if you spot the links down below, or even if you do just hit the like and share button. And of course, do remember to ring the bell so that you get notifications of when we go live or when we post a video. So, as always, guys, like I say, on with the show. So this comes from The Guardian with the title of "Investors Convert Totally Worthless NFTs into Tax Write-Offs." Just a year ago, Washington, D.C.'s Hirshhorn Art Museum, the capital's preeminent contemporary art museum, was asking whether non-fungible tokens, or NFTs, were a, quote, fad or the future of art. 12 months on, it looks like tax write-off might have been the right answer. This was not just the year that cryptocurrency values were burned by investor fears, rising interest rates, inflations, and scandals. It was the year that the crypto's cartoonish art cousin, the NFTs, the electronically identifying, confirming a digital collectible is real, collided with reality. In March of 2021, Christie's sold a digital collage of NFTs by artist Beeple for nearly $70 million, that's 58 million pounds, in January to this pop star Justin Bieber, where he paid over 1.29 million pounds for the Bored Ape NFT, a graphic of a well-bored ape, and everyone from Michael Jordan to former First Lady Melania Trump was in on the game. Now, alongside the broader crypto market, the appetite for NFTs is so diminished that a specialized market has now sprung up for collectors looking to sell off their once valuable digital collectibles as tax losses to offset their income tax bills. The recently launched service, titled Unsellable, aims to help collectors do exactly that. Think of a distressed asset fire sale. While every investment class has its losers, many of the NFTs were invested in were not only down big, they are now totally worthless, illiquid, unsellable, the service now says on its website. Unsellable, which says it is, quote, building the world's largest collection of worthless NFTs, buys the underlying tokens for a fraction of their original price, and then provides an official receipt for tax purposes. Launched a month ago, Unsellable now has 5,000 NFTs, and the founder, Skylar Hagen, expects it to grow over to 15,000 by the end of the month, saying, they are an interesting artifact of a period of time in the market, he said. But he expects that NFTs are likely to continue to be worthless. We realized there was a practical problem when we were looking up a lot of resources that would create a lot of value for people by offering them to buy up their totally worthless NFTs and allow them to harvest the losses, said Helge. For some folks, the amount they paid for NFTs is quite high, and now we're buying them for a penny so they can write them off and they can take is quite high. It's easy to see why buyers may have been keen to sell for a fraction of their original investment. The demand for the digital certificates of ownership that underline the NFTs has evaporated. More than 90 billion pounds, or is it 16 billion pounds? Sorry, that $19 billion and 16 billion pounds was spent on NFTs between January and March of 2022. Since then, according to the blockchain, the analysis firm Chainalysis, the monthly spending has now dropped by 87%. That's a big loss. That is a massive loss. And to be honest, I can only laugh at this because NFTs, I understand the reasoning behind cryptocurrency. I can see the reason for it. Now, I would never invest in it or put any money into it because, like I say, it's not a currency. It is anything more just for rich people to, as we've seen, to really just pack a load of assets into offshore accounts and sort of hide their wealth by the looks of it. Well, NFTs, I really don't see the point. I never saw the point of them. But yeah, 87% monthly spending, that's massive. But anyway, it continues. So just $442 million was spent in November, and the number of active NFT traders is down to around 2/3 from its peak a year ago. And according to the nonfungible.com, the market tracker, 144,000 NFTs were sold for $142 million on the 16th of January 2022. This Wednesday, there will be 17,000 sales for just $28,000 dollars. But the most traded collectible of the NFTs are the images, of course, of the Bored Ape Yacht Club, like the one that Bieber bought. Each Bored Ape features a unique combination of 170 possible traits, including the expression, headwear, clothing, and more, with the quote, all apes are dope, but some are rarer than others, the company says. Yuga Labs, the company behind Bored Apes, was recently hit with a class action lawsuit claiming that it had unrealistically hyped the value of its ineligible goods. The lawsuit named celebrities and even former NFT evangelists, including Bieber, Paris Hilton, Madonna, Jimmy Fallon, and Kevin Hart, as co-defendants. The defendants' promotional campaign was wildly successful, generating billions of dollars in sales and resales. The lawsuit, filed on the 8th of December in a district court in California, said this: the manufactured celebrities' endorsements and misleading promotions regarding the launch of the entire Bored Ape Yacht Club ecosystem, or the so-called other side metaverse, were able to artificially increase the interest in price and, of course, the Bored Ape NFTs during the relevant period, causing investors to purchase and losing investments as drastically inflated prices. The NFT market is now a long way from where it sat in October of 2021, when Mike Wilkerman, the digital artist known as Beeple, sold his work at Christie's, making him among the top 3 most valuable living artists. But last week, Wilkerman remained upbeat about the internet's place in creating art. But he did concede. He said, the market is a bit crap right now, he told Bloomberg. I do think it is going to go back to where it was. I don't know. I definitely think it's going to go up from here, or at least he hopes so. At least he hopes so. But yeah, I had no idea about that lawsuit against the Bored Ape Yacht Club. That's news to me. And of course, one former celebrity and US president does agree. Earlier this month, Donald Trump launched his own collection of digital collectibles, depicting him as, among other things, an astronaut, a cowboy, and a superhero. It sold out in less than a day. So I cannot see. I mean, I think I could see NFTs come back because I think this is one of those things where there's a lot of money being put into this. And I think people desperately want this to succeed. But it's hilarious that the fact you have a company that now exists to go, well, you bought that NFT for thousands of dollars. Well, allow us to buy it at a fraction of the price, as some case was there for a penny. And then you can just write it off in taxes as a massive loss. I mean, I think that says everything you could ever possibly say about the craze of NFTs. And that lawsuit, I am going to keep an eye on that because I didn't know about that until the article came out. But that is interesting. So that could have some very interesting implications on certainly the UK Labs, the creators, of course, the Bored Ape Yacht Club. And the fact that you've got, even NFT evangelists, because I remember that whole, was it Jimmy Fallon came on and promoted NFTs along with like Paris Hilton. That's very interesting. But I'll tell you what, as I said at the beginning, there's a couple of people that might not have a good 2023. I think NFTs may not be having a good 2023, as they've certainly seen out the end of 2022 in a very bad way. And as that artist said, he hopes it comes back. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. But as always, I hope you've had a fantastic 2022. And thank you very much to everyone who's shown support to the channel in 2022. It's been absolutely fantastic. And I hope to sort of see you all in 2023. And of course, we'll have yet another fantastic year of all following the funds, the japes, the jibes, and whatever crazy stuff happens really in and around the world of British politics. And occasionally we cover things like this as well from time to time, because sometimes even I need a break from politics. So as always, guys, thank you very much for joining us. And of course, we'll see you all next time. And of course, we'll see you all next year.